With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Cyber Thunder Racing's Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series fires things off right here at Phoenix International Raceway for the Desert Dash. 120 drivers already out on track for their qualifying laps. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. As always, Darkside Dave in the cave, bringing you all the cars from the track side. There you can see track temperature out there right now sitting right at 81 degrees, so a lot of grip out there tonight. 79 degrees air temperature, so starting to get a little bit on the cooler side here in Phoenix. As these drivers begin to put down their qualifying laps, we'll go ahead and throw that information up to you on the left-hand side of your screen. There you can see sitting at the top of the speed charts right now, well, looks like Chris Wool, but for some reason it's got Coleridge Finmore's name pasted over the top of his. We'll have to bring that to you a different way. What do you say we go ahead and run it down to you just like this? There you have it off to the left-hand side. Chris Wool getting knocked off of that top spot by Justin Gross. Gross with quick time 27:07. Track, very busy place early here in qualifying. 10-minute session here in Cyber Thunder Racing's Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. That's right, these Cup car drivers gonna try to scoot around this little bit of dusty, sandy track underneath the lights here tonight at ISM Raceway. That's right, good old Phoenix International gonna host tonight's race, and there you can see that beautiful pylon off in the center of this track after it was reconfigured. Has brought a lot of racing open dog leg here tonight for these drivers, so look for a lot of them to duck down there on that inside lane and utilize the short run coming off of turn number 1. Just about 3.5 minutes into tonight's qualifying session, Justin Gross still at the top of the speed charts. Quick time 27:07 right now for Gross. Dave Sanders out on track. Looks like Patrick Stein gonna get him gonna get himself out there rolling right now. We'll have to wait to see where Stein slots in for his first time lap. He's out there putting down the power right now, knocking on the door of 4 minutes into tonight's 10-minute qualifying session. Just 6 minutes left here tonight, and I tell you what, while we've got a little bit of a break, Stein gonna go 14th last on the speed charts right now. Why don't we go ahead, get rid of that information for you just for a moment. Go ahead and run down your championship standings coming in to tonight's race. Multiple drivers already to victory lane this year. Frank DiMaggio has been to victory lane 3 times so far this year. Coleridge Finmore also to victory lane 2 times this year, and it looks like, I believe, Randy McCanny and Bryson Clark, both of those drivers heading to victory lane 1 time so far this season. So drivers slotting themselves into that championship chase by making it into a victory lane. Will we see another first-time rule winner here tonight, or will we see another repeat winner? Frank DiMaggio going to victory lane last week at The Rock. Can he tackle this tough track here tonight? 14 drivers on the qualifying speed charts. Doesn't look like anybody else is out there getting ready to go on a qualifying lap, so right at that halfway point, and well, that's about it. Coleridge Finmore leads the points. Frank DiMaggio sitting in second. Chris Dean not very far off behind them. And after that, it gets a little bit out of touch. Chris Dean sitting, and for some reason, Dean not listed on the scoring tower right here, but Dean sitting 62 points behind your points leader. Oh, there's Dean. Sorry, right in front of Justin Crowe. Sorry about that. Don't have my glasses. Need them, though, huh? Trying to see who else we've got out there yet to go qualifying. Looks like we do have a few drivers, so I tell you what, why don't we jump out there on track now, right around a lap or two. What do you say with that 34 of Tom Richter? Richter looks like he's in some new paint schemes here. Looks like a Tom and Jerry scheme on that thing. Let's get a little closer to the action. Stand up to cancer, I do believe, is what is on board with that 34 of a Richter. Richter down through turn 3, going to come off of turn 3, cross the stripe to put down his first time lap. He's going to go ahead and go, I believe, somewhere around that 6th position, and there it is right there, 6th on the speed charts for Richter. Eric Moyer out on track. Coleridge Finmore going to jump to 4th on the speed charts. Cole Gray, Crank Bell, John Dykman all out on track. Dykman going to turn in a 27.51 for his first time lap. Richter going to cross the board, jump all the way to 3rd, but nobody's going to top Justin Groves right now. We'll jump back with Cole Gray as he's on his 2nd time lap. You can see that very patriotic number 3 cutting through that dog leg. And Coleridge Finmore with 3 minutes left in qualifying. Quick time on the track, 26.88 for Finmore. Gray gonna cross the line, go 17th on the speed charts. He'll be in to shut it down, I do believe. Mark Schrader out there on his time lapse. So what do you say we go back, take a look here at that 21 of Schrader. Back off the corner and into turn number 3. Here he comes out of 3 now, back to the front stretch. Where will he go on his first time lap? Little bit of a loose race car coming off of turn number 3 right there. Back to the front stretch. That's going to relegate him back to the 22nd spot on that qualifying pylon. And it looks like that's going to do it for our qualifying. So Mark Schrader, last driver to try to dethrone Finmore at the top. Crossing the line, 2nd time lap. He does improve, but not very much. Big time troubles here tonight for the driver inside of that 21 machine as we jump back trackside. Qualifying in the books. Quick time gonna go to that one of Coleridge Finmore. He'll line up on that pole position. And with that being said, race fans, we're gonna break away for just a brief commercial break. Head back trackside for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
So proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
drivers begin to make their way through final pre-race inspection and down to the starting grid. Drivers ready to heat things up tonight. Familiar sounds in the background, bells ringing. You know what time it is? It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup for the Desert Dash 120 right here in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Walking away with the pole position, top spot goes to the one of Coleridge Fenmore. Just to his outside, the 99 of the Justin Gross, Chris Wold, Tom Richter make up row number 2, row number 3 here tonight. Christopher Daniel and John Dykeman. The 37 and the 78 going to make up row number 4, row number 5 here tonight. Jeff Sharp and Mike Grandy Sr. Eric Moyer, Brian Dorsey going to make up row number 6, row number 7 here tonight. Goes to Tyler Beeman and Bruce Berry. Dave Sanders, David Gainforth going to be right there, 15th and 16th, 17th on the track here tonight. Cole Gray followed by Eric Anderson. Row number 10 as we get ready to go to the green flag. There you can see Crank Bell going to start in that 20th position. There goes the rest of the field as we get set to run, and green flag flies for the first time here tonight. Drivers down into turn 1, side by side. In that big run on the outside, Justin Gross gets right on by Fenmore. Drivers mixing it up, a lot of different battles going on right now. Very early in the race, you can expect that on the initial start of the race, nose to tail for that top spot. They'll come around to complete lap number 1, and Gross gonna lead that first lap. So pole position going to Fenmore, but he's not able to lead that first lap. Way up the track in 1 goes Justin Gross. Maybe a little bit of team maneuver right there. No, Gross gonna fight back on that high side. A few drivers with some scrapes on the wall. There you can see, I believe that is the 88 of Christopher Daniel on the outside. And oh, big time moment, big slide at a Gross in the front of this field. Stepping away now is that one of Coleridge Fenmore, while Justin Gross has got to deal with Tom Richter. Richter right there knocking on the door, trying to take that second spot away. He's got to be careful because there's the 41 of John Dykeman. Dykeman's got his Ford Mustang already up 2 spots from where he started tonight's race. Multiple drivers moving up a few spots. Kyle Jett picking up 6 already in 4 laps. He's up now into that 18th position. Side by side battle for the 3rd place on the track right now. John Dykeman looking to the outside of Tom Richter's 34 machine. Richter down there hugging that yellow line out of 3. He's going to look to get the power down. Will he have the run? No, not going to have the speed. Dykeman going to take that 3rd and final podium spot away. Still a very long way to go. 120 laps scheduled in tonight's official race distance right here for the Desert Dash 120 in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series right here each and every Thursday night. That's right, Cyber Thunder on turn 3. Drivers beginning to get single file back through the field. We'll go back, take a little look, see how some of this action is playing out. Tom Richter now going to drop to that 4th spot right where he started. The race going to jump back a little bit behind him. There you can see Chris Wold, Mike Grandy Sr., Christopher Daniel in that 88 machine, the Coors Light throwback. Looking sweet out there on the track. He's got Bob Rogerson lined up just behind him, and that Great House, I believe that is the Great House sponsored Ford Mustang. David Rogerson running right there behind Bob right now. 8th and 9th on the track, Eric Moyer with a good run. He's slotted in that 10th spot right now. Jeff Sharp, Tyler Beeman, Bruce Perry, Brian Dorsey, and Kyle Jett round out your top 15. And this is the man on the move right now. Let's take a look, see how Kyle's going here, because he is on a rampage, up 9 spots now from where he started tonight's race way back in 24th. Now, last driver inside your top 15. Drivers still mixing it up, nose to tail. Jeff Sharp, Tyler Beeman, they're going to battle off of 3. Close battle here as we make our way back to the line to begin lap number 9 out of the 120 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. No stage cautions, no stage breaks. These drivers run what you brung. You gotta get the job done all on your own. A few drivers having some struggles. Tyler Beeman gonna drop through the field for just a moment here tonight. We'll jump around the track just a little bit now as things have begun to settle in. Taking a look once again at that 34 of Tom Richter sitting in the 4th position now. They begin to close in on Justin Groves. I say they, that is Tom and John Dykeman running in the 3rd spot. There you can see that 41 all over the rear deck lid of Groves. And something I do want to mention to you race fans here, you might notice something about that ticker scrolling across the top of your screen. You do not see last week's race winner here in the field here tonight. Looks like Frank DiMaggio going to miss the next 2 or 3 weeks here for Cyber Thunder Racing League's Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. So we do wish DiMaggio well. We hope he makes it back sooner than later. Always a pleasure to watch that 95 out here on the track. He's been to victory lane 3 times so far this season, so he has himself a little bit of cushion to fall back on. Drivers beginning to sort themselves out. We'll see if we can't find any other battles out there on the track. Short little battle between Justin Groves and John Dykeman. That's 2nd and 3rd. Tom Richter now in a battle with Mike Grandy Sr. That 12 machine has caught back up to the 34. Look for Grandy to try to find a way by. As these 2 drivers battle, that's going to bring Chris Wold into the fold, and it looked like a little bit of contact with that outside wall. We're going to have to check the right side on that 12. The right side looks clean. I don't think you could have stuck a paper in between the right side of his car and the outside wall. That's just how close Mike Grandy Sr. was hanging it out last time by, or 2 laps ago, I should say, trying to make his way by Tom Richter a little bit further up inside the top 5. We'll jump back to a battle that's going on just inside of your top 15. Look at all these drivers in this giant scrum of cars right here. You've got Kyle Jett, Brian Dorsey, Bruce Perry, Jeff Sharp, Eric Moyer. They're all lined up nose to tail. Dave Rogerson also sitting just at the front of this little pack. Another battle back for the 23rd and 24th spot on the track. Dalton Carter beginning to close in on Mark Schrader. That's going to heat up in just a few moments, but looking to the inside now, that 9 has got to worry. He has got to watch the drivers making that short run, utilizing the apron here through the dog leg. Able to cut a lot of distance out of the track, able to pick up a lot of speed. And here comes that 42 of Jett. Jett is on a roll, now up 13 spots from where he started tonight's race. That 42 Toyota Camry now knocking on the door of a top 10. Going to jump around once again, back up to this battle, still raging on for the 4th and 5th spot on the track, just out in front of them. Justin Groves and John Dykeman, they continue to battle on the track. Brian Dorsey, Kyle Jett still caught up and involved in this little scrum going on. Jett able to scoot away just a little bit from Dorsey, but not able to really step too far out as he's begun to catch up to Jeff Sharp. He'll have to deal with some slower cars at this point in time. Sharp going to make his way by David Rogerson. They'll switch that spot back and forth for a moment. That's going to play right in the hands of that 42. I'm telling you what, race fans, some great racing action out here tonight from the track drivers. 2 and 3 wide. Look at this right here. Battle between Bob Rogerson, David Rogerson, and Jeff Sharp. Almost 3 wide there for a brief moment. I do apologize. That's Jeff Sharp, Kyle Jett, and David Robertson battling once again down, way down on that dog leg. He's going to force the 19 up the track now. Kyle Jett inside your top 10, getting the power down on the bottom. A little bit of a wiggle out of 3. Ooh, right across the nose at the line. Crossover coming. Adam Sharp, he's not going to have enough room to get there. Oh, a little bit of a wiggle. Driver going around. We've got some smoke on the speedway. Nobody wrecking on track. We stay. Green flag racing here tonight from Phoenix Raceway. Check back in with your race leader here for just a brief moment. There you can see him all alone out there on the track. Coolidge at Finmore, he likes going fast. We like watching him go fast. He's so fast, he's here without even being born yet. There you can see him minus 1 year old. And it looks like Justin Groves may have had some trouble here. We are under caution for the first time on lap number 23 out of the 120 scheduled here tonight. Let's take a look, see how it all went down. Oh, and there you see the 99 with trouble off of 2, trying to save it. The car finally spins out of control. That's enough to bring the caution out. As officials know, drivers do utilize that apron quite a bit, so they're going to go ahead and throw that caution flag. That'll bring us to a crawl for the first time here tonight. Under the caution, what will the drivers do at the front of this field? Looks like most of them beginning to make their way to pit road, and indeed the entire field coming down pit road. We'll watch as all these drivers make their way down this very long pit road. Long curve all the way around there. You can see that iRacing pace car just making its way around the front stretch and towards the end of pit road. Drivers now going to reach their box, get their stops in. And with that being said, we're going to take this opportunity to take a brief commercial break, get ourselves refocused, refired, ready to go. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
And we're going to cut that commercial short, have to pay that bill a little bit later on because the pace car lights are out. We're ready to go back. Green flag racing once again here tonight. Drivers down and around turn number 3, ready to fire things off. Green flag flies. Once again, Dalton Carter going to stay out on track on those old tires. He'll take over the race lead in that AC Delco Chevy ZL1 Camaro in the 53. Keep it at the front of the field. Tom Richter looks to the bottom. He looks for the top spot. Richter, first driver with those 4 fresh tires to make his way around the 53, and now those old tires really beginning to show, really beginning to hurt. That 53 Chevy Camaro, Tom Richter able to step away for just a brief moment. Finmore all over him at the front. The 53 way up the track in turns 1, 2, 3 wide as drivers scatter to get around the slow-going 53 of Dalton Carter. Old tires on that machine. That very well may have been a bad strategy call. We'll have to see how it all plays out here. Possibly with a long green flag run, Dalton Carter may be able to work a little bit of fuel strategy out of this thing, a little tire strategy as well here tonight. So we'll look and keep an eye on how that 53 AC Delco Chevy ZL1 Camaro fares for the rest of the night. Up at the front, battle for the race lead once again here tonight. Finmore looks for that top spot. One more time, he's going to look for it on the inside. Not going to get there just yet. Was knocking on the door. Almost had the pass completed. Not going to get the job done. Richter will lead a handful more. Frank Bell making a pass back for the 19th position. Cole Gray also passing Bruce Perry for 14th. Brian Dorsey making his way up through the field, now into the 10th spot. 7th place now belongs to Chris Wold, he's got his way around Tyler Beeman. Hanging it to the high side. Coolidge Finmore stuck out there. He's going to look to have a big crossover now. Down through the dog leg, back into turn number 3. Big time run. He's got the inside, but doesn't have the run off. The 34 down on the power. Here he goes. Gonna fly by that underdog racing number 1 of Coolidge Finmore. He's got Kyle Jett to deal with now. That 42 fast, man. I'm telling you what, he has passed 22 drivers here tonight. Now he sits, will make it 21. He sits in the 3rd spot here tonight. Started all the way outside of your top 20. Man, what a run for that 42 as we come out of turn number 3 back to the stripe to start lap number 32 out of the 120 scheduled here tonight in the Desert Dash 120. And as we watch this battle for the race lead continue to unfold, do want to remind all you race fans out there, if you haven't already, scroll down through that description and click that link right there. Wheels for Warriors USA here, the title sponsor for Cyber Thunder Racing's Pro Cup Series. Great things happening out there with Wheels for Warriors USA, centrally located in Lincoln, Nebraska, able to get all across the country, doing some great things to help our veterans, helping vets 2 wheels at a time. Wheels for Warriors USA. Richter gonna give that top spot away, not just to Finmore, but also to Kyle Jett. Now they will battle for supremacy on the track. We'll keep our eye peeled on this one as Jett's got the inside, but Finmore hanging it high, wide, and handsome. He's gonna go ahead and yield that position for now. Slot himself in behind that 42 now. Put the pressure on Ken. The Toyota Camry of Jett stay in the front of this field. Some big news coming out this week from Wheels for Warriors USA. You can find that news over on their website, www.w4wusa.org. New sponsored veteran being released. I say released, the information being released just recently. Oh, big time moment for the 42 being released just recently over the course of this week. So yet another veteran involved being helped along the way here with Wheels for Warriors USA, providing sponsorship, mentorship to veterans in need, veterans in danger. We all know that unacceptable statistic. Almost 22 veterans a day commit suicide, and well, for everybody here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, not just myself, that's about 22 too many. Let's give all of our veterans, our loved ones that have served, and ones that we've never met, all the same amount of support and love. Go over and check out Wheels for Warriors USA. Hot and heavy battle starting to dissipate just a little bit at the front of this field. Coolidge Fenmore back to the front of the field. He's beginning to step away from Kyle Jett. Jett had a big moment a handful of laps ago. That's really what put Fenmore out front and allowed him to step away. Mike Grandy Sr. starting to make his way back onto the scene. Now driver into the top 5 for the first time here tonight. About 2.5 seconds behind Mike Grandy Sr. is Bob Rogerson, and he's got Chris Wold and Jeff Sharp tucked in right behind him. 6th and 7th on the track there. You can see him, another trio of cars behind that first set. Eric Moyer, Brian Dorsey, Christopher Daniel will round out your top 10. And as we reach a third of the way through tonight's Desert Dash 120 right here in the Cyber Thunder Racing's Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series, if you haven't already, toss these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Darkside, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are the dedicated fan, friend, family, or maybe even sponsor. We do appreciate you coming through, stopping by, hanging out each and every time that you do. So while you're here, you might as well show some love to the drivers, giving you all the great action here tonight from Phoenix Raceway. That's right, smash that bell and click that thumbs up. Looking for some battles. Looks like we've got some gaps beginning to develop in the field. Here's a little battle going on. The 9 having a little bit of trouble. Christopher Dean also struggling for a little bit of grip right now as we make our way around the track. On lap number 42, lap number 43 this time by as your leader crosses the line. Only one caution flag out here tonight, so drivers doing a fine job. Will we see that green flag pit cycle take place? What's going to happen? What's going to go down out here tonight on the track? We are all waiting to find out. We're all waiting to see how it's going to go down, how it's going to shake out, who's going to end up where here tonight. No, big time moment right there. That autism speaks. Number 5 having some trouble. Eric Moyer to the top of the raceway. The Coors Light 88 of Christopher Dean able to make that pass. That'll put him into the 9th position on the speedway. David Gainforth running a little bit better than where he started. He's up 4 spots from where he started tonight's race, up 7 spots from where he started in the 20th position. How about this man right here, Craig Bell, with a solid run here tonight. No, in trouble for that 17. Big trouble. He's got a big slide off of turn number 1. Craig Bell in the Freightliner Chevy ZL1 Camaro with some big trouble. He's able to save it, keep it headed in the right direction. Oh, that could have ended up pretty bad. I tell you what, why don't we run down a little bit of highlights and driver spotlights here tonight. Front of this field as they run on the track. Top spot belongs to your pole sitter, and caution on the speedway. John Dykeman looks like he's involved. Dave Sanders also called up. There you can see that 77 right in front of your race leaders. Big time trouble on the track. Waiting to see if we've got that one queued up just yet. Looks like they're giving a thumbs up on that one. So let's go back, see how it all went down. Oh, and there you can see that 41 just into the outside wall a little bit. Dykeman catching the inside wall and then catching that 77. One more look at it here. There you can see that 41 into the outside wall, into the right rear quarter. And around that 77 goes. Not too bad of impact there to the rear of the car. We'll have to see how bad that right rear quarter is damaged here tonight. You wouldn't think that aerodynamics go very far here at Phoenix, but aero plays a big time factor at being able to get in and out of these corners. Tricky, sweeping, long corners. As we find ourselves under caution for the second time here tonight, what will the drivers do? Last time to pit road, back on lap number 23. Will the front of this field head back down pit road this time by? And it looks like the front of the field gonna stay out on track on those older tires. What did that 53 do? Where is he at? That's the caution that he needed. Dalton Carter fell all the way outside of your top 20, but now he's one of the drivers with some of the freshest tires. Bruce Perry, Crank Bell, Tyler Beeman, Jerry Isaacs, Dalton Carter, all with fresh tires, all sitting right back in the pack somewhere around that 20th spot right now. Bell sitting in 18th, Perry up in 17th. That is your highest running driver with 4 fresh tires. Pace car brings the field back double file as they make their way through the dog leg. Coleridge Fenmore in a familiar spot. Front of the field here tonight, your pole sitter, your points leader, Ken. He secure his 3rd win on the season. Pace car gonna duck off. Fenmore ready to hit that loud pedal once again in the box, and here we go. Green flag flies once again here at Phoenix Raceway, side by side. The 42 on the outside. He looks to get the power down. Can that Camry get the job done? There's a big run, big time power move on the outside. He's actually gonna yard that one of Fenmore, getting to turn 3. New race leader back to the point once again for the second time here tonight. Lap 42 of Kyle Jett. Tell you what, race fans, why don't we go back here with some of these battles? Oh, and caution, Patrick Stein with some issues on the track. What happened back here with that 89? Looks like he is struggling here to try to get going. No rear deck lid on the back end of that car. The bumper cover gone. We'll take a look, see what happened here on lap number 51. And a little bit of help out of that 21 Mark Schrader with overcooking the entry just a little bit, locking them up right into the back end of that 89 machine. So that will put us under caution for the 3rd time here tonight. Quick cautions here at Phoenix. Back at the front of the field, though, your race leader, Kyle Jett. Well, he doesn't mind leading them this way. That's one way to try to put some in your back pocket, but you know, race drivers, they want to go fast, need to go fast. What will these drivers at the front of the field do? Looks like Tom Richter, only one. No, Tom gonna pull back out of pit road. Nobody gonna come down for the 4 tires and fuel. as we knock on the threshold of the halfway point here, do want to give another shout out to the title sponsor here in Cyber Thunder Racing, Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. That's right, Wheels for Warriors. Mission to try to overcome veteran suicide 2 wheels at a time, willing to partner with veteran organizations all across the United States to try to establish membership programs that provide veterans with camaraderie, the support and sense of service that most of them feel they have lost or feel they're missing in their lives post service in our military. And as we all know, if you're a motorcycle driver, or rider, I should say, you know the freedom, you know the therapeutic nature that riding can have. Almost being forced to have a one-track mind, focus on simply the ride and not very much that's going on around outside of you. So doing a wonderful job over there at Wheels for Warriors USA, trying to get drivers, veterans, to become riders, whether they need some safety lessons, they need some gear, hey, they even need a motorcycle, they can get the job done. Money raised at local charity events goes so far to help them. So every now and again, they do need a little help along the way. So if you haven't already, race fans, scroll down in that description, click the link, head on over to wheelsforwarriorsusa.org. Pace car lights going out. Drivers begin to get double file once again. We are set to go back green flag racing here tonight from the Phoenix Raceway. ISM Raceway to be exact. Little bit of a rename for it. A lot of us do know it by Phoenix International Raceway, and heck, I still tend to say it from time to time, or who am I kidding, all the time. Kyle Jett will bring the field to the green flag for the first time here tonight with Jett at the point. Is he going to be able to put the power down and fire off? Green flag flies. Finmore with a great start on the outside, and it looks like that outside lane may be the lane to restart in, because Finmore pulled that same move that Kyle Jett was able to pull on him. Shoe on the other foot, Finmore to the top of the speed charts, top of the leaderboard. Once again, he begins to step away now as a battle brews for third and fourth. Bob Robertson, Jeff Sharp, Chris Wold all right there packed up, running with each other. Onboard camera shot inside of that 78 of Bob Rogerson, just inside of your top 5. There you can see in that rear view mirror just how full it is, just how busy the track is behind these drivers sitting in their offices. And the 78 looks like he is pretty smooth on the throttle, pretty smooth on the wheel, not a lot of counter steer coming from that 78, so he's looking pretty here tonight. I tell you what, we do have another onboard camera. Why don't we go back a little further in the pack? Cole Gray inside the 3 machine with an onboard camera for us here tonight, carrying the turn 3 onboard. Gray right there trying to make his way by Dave Gainforth. Way up the track goes Gray, almost into the outside wall. He'll drop 2, make it 3 spots on the track. Close moment right there for that 3 of Cole Gray. Battles still raging at the front of this field, while Finmore has stepped away to over a half a second advantage over Kyle Jett. Jett with a big advantage over 1 second, 1.3 to be exact, over Tom Richter. Richter He's still got Rogerson and Sharp right behind him to 3 wide just in front. Bruce Perry looks to take that 12th spot away from Craig Bell. Look off the backside of that 39 of Bruce Perry. There you can see Dave Gain. Well, there you can see Cole Gray battling with Dalton Carter. Carter with some fresh tires. He's looking to make his way back towards the front of this field. Dave Gainforth in the Fruit of Loom. 101 dropping a spot here to Perry as well. Battles all over the speedway, may it be, although it be 2 or 3 in little tiny packs scattered all over this raceway, still battles nonetheless. Jeff Sharp looks to the inside of a Bob Rogerson. Rogerson gonna hang tough on the outside. Chris Wolf, Christopher Daniel, Brian Dorsey, Eric Moyer. They're all right here in striking distance, all right here lined up pretty much nose to tail as the field crosses the line to take lap number 63 out of the 120 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Brian Dorsey all over Christopher Daniel. Daniel all over Chris Wold. Wold right there, sitting in the 6th spot. That 32 machine, he's got himself some company. My goodness, these drivers putting on one heck of a show here tonight. 3 caution flags so far as we are just over the halfway point here tonight. Under the lights for the Desert Dash 120 for the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Drivers going to continue to try to make laps around this track as fast as they can, as short as they can. And I say as short as they can because we have known Phoenix to become a fuel mileage race. In the past, we have seen drivers stretch it out. We have seen them wait for those late race cautions to make those big moves to pit road and try to take 4 tires and gain a ton of ground at the end of a race. But we've also seen drivers just hammer down lap after lap. Finmore at the front of this field. 3 wide off of turn 3. 3 wide coming to the start. Dorsey, Rogerson, and Beeman all lined up 3 wide coming through the corner. Man, what a pretty sight that was right there. We've tried to get to it twice. Let's try it for a 3rd time. Let's run down a few driver highlights and spotlights with your top 5 on the track here tonight. Your pole sitter, your points leader, man at the front leading again, Coleridge Finmore. Biggest mover of the race here tonight, sitting inside of that 42 Toyota Camry out of New Milford, Kyle Jett. Tom Richter in his stand-up to cancer Chevy ZL1 Camaro out of Quakertown, PA, trying to get the job done here tonight, running in that 3rd and final podium spot. He's got 4th place runner Jeff Sharp tucked in just behind him. Can the New York native get up into one of those podium spots? Driver sitting just behind him. Tucson, Arizona, the 36-year-old piloting that 32. Can he get the job done here tonight in his Camaro? That's going to round out your top 5. We're going to go back, highlight a few other drivers on the track. How about this driver right here? The 14 of Craig Bell out of Johnson City, Tennessee for Longshot Motorsports. Bell up 10 spots from where he started in 20th now. 10 on the track. Let's see another driver with a solid run up 10 spots as well on tonight's race. Hillsboro, Oregon's very own Carter Racing paints Shavota Motorsports 53 of Dalton Carter. We've seen Carter take the gamble early in tonight's race to stay out and not take tires. That gamble didn't pay off very well, but now he's starting to work to his advantages. He's got at least 24 lap pressure tires. He's going to be able to make his way up through some of these drivers on these old rubber. Got to check in with my man back here in the 51, Jerry Isaacs in the Mad Sim Racing machine. He's got his Toyota Camry moving towards the front up now, 30 spots from where he started tonight's race out of St. Louis, Missouri. And no, Jerry, you haven't been involved in a wreck like that. I just love to see your photo. I'm an 80s baby. What can I say? I grew up on Tom and Jerry, so I gotta like it, right? I mean, no? Yes? Okay. That'll wrap it up for the driver's highlights and spotlight segment of tonight's race as the field makes their way around the lap number 74 out of the 120 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. We are knocking on the door of 2/3 of the way through tonight's race, so drivers in a position to set themselves up for one final pit stop. Should we see it go green flag? I think we very well may. Frank Bell with a little bit of issues. He's falling back on the track now, losing a ton of ground, a ton of time after a big slide through 3 and back to the front stretch, trying to regain some of that speed. Jumping around the raceway just a little bit, gonna jump back to this battle right here, the 78-91 all nose to tail. They've got the 39 of Perry. Oh, big moment there for the 32. Chris Wolf, man, how did he hang on to that thing? He was all sorts of out of shape. Three-car battle just behind Wold there. You can see that 78 of Bob Robertson with Tyler Beeman, Bruce Perry, all nose to tail. Now it looks like Robertson gonna have to defend from Beeman dropping to the bottom of the track. The 91 looks to catfish a little bit here in Phoenix. Way up the track goes the 78. He's gonna have to worry about Perry following through. Perry gonna utilize that apron down there, pull even into 3. Look for the slide job. There it goes, engaged job. Well done by that 39. Didn't need to slide all the way up the track. Just enough to get that slot away. Put Perry into 7. Back on lap 78, just 1 lap ago. He's going to take that 18th spot away from Dave Sanders. Jerry Isaacs also moving up to the 14th spot now as he made the pass on Dalton Carter. So Carter beginning to fall to the wayside a little bit, even with those fresher tires. Jerry Isaacs actually has the same stint of tires on his Toyota Camry. Back down on the pit road, back on lap number 47. Last time your leader was on pit road was way back at lap number 23, so Finmore has got to be running dry here with just about 40 laps to go here tonight in the Desert Dash 120. Drivers 2-3 wide once again. Kyle Jett has got Jeff Sharp, Tom Richter in his sights in that rear view mirror. Jett's going to have to be careful here Tom Richter, Jeff Sharp, man, they were just mixing it up. Chris Wold's going to close in now. That's going to bring the 91 of Tyler Beeman and Bruce Perry right along, and that's the trouble here at Phoenix. Drivers able to run right there with each other, very close on the speedway. There you can see them all nose to tail off of third back across the stripe down to 1. How long will your top 5 stay out on track? Bruce Perry and Tyler Beeman 6th and 7th on the track. They were both on the pit road back at lap number 47. So those 24 lap difference tires, that's going to mean 24 laps difference on the fuel run. That's going to allow those drivers to take their last pit stop with less fuel. That means less time on pit road. What's going to happen? How's it all going to shake out? Tire strategy, fuel strategy, all over the board already here tonight. Way past the halfway point into the final third of tonight's race under the lights here at Phoenix Raceway in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Tom Richter falling back into the clutches of Jeff Sharp. Once again, Bruce Perry with those fresh tires. Here he comes, and look at the speed through the center of the corner. Now that 39's able to keep. Man, he is all over these drivers in the middle of the corner. We're going to stay right here, and I tell you what, why don't we go on board here with a gyro cam shot. There you can see just off to the right-hand side on board here with Bruce Perry inside that Ford Mustang. Battle of the Fords right now, 4 all in a row on the track. Richter looks to go to the high side. The door's going to open now for Perry. He's going to fill that spot off of 3. You can hear him feathering that throttle, trying to get the power down. Close quarters racing back to 1. Look back off of that 39 machine of Bruce Perry. Just Beeman, another one of those drivers last up pit road back on lap number 47. He's sitting in the 6th spot right now, has about 0.2 of a second to make up to get to the back end of Tom Richter. But what will these drivers do? What will go on here in the later stages of tonight's race? When will Finn Moore and the rest of the front of this field hit pit road? Bruce Perry going to be able to stay out about 20 laps longer than the rest of the drivers around him. What will Perry do, and when will these drivers hit pit road for the final time? Looks like Mike Grandy Sr., he's going to go ahead and come to pit road this time by 31 laps remaining here tonight from Phoenix Raceway in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series Desert Dash 120. That's right, under the lights here tonight. Fireworks on the track. We'll check in. I tell you what, why don't we check in with that weather report there? You can see the track temperature is still right there in line, right where it was when we started tonight's race. So drivers not having to really worry about the track temperature right now. Really just have to focus in on trying to keep the tires underneath these cars and trying to stretch the fuel as far as they can. Already down and out of his pit box off of pit road, Mike Grandy Sr. rejoins the field. I believe that's going to put Sr. down 1 lap, maybe even 2. Some scuffs and scrapes on the right side of that 39 machine, and it looks like the left side has seen some trouble here tonight as well. Beaten and battered, banged up. Bruce Perry heads towards the front. Gonna jump around with a little bit of battle action out here on the track. There you can see Tyler Beeman. He's trying to close in on Tom Richter. Jumping back now with the battle between Bob Rogerson and Brian Dorsey. Christopher Daniel and his Chevy ZL1 Camaro Coors Light machine right there, not very far behind, just a half a second back from the battle on track on screen right here. We'll jump back now. I believe that is the 32 of Chris Wold, down 3 laps here after some trouble early tonight. Wold looking to make his way back somehow down to 2, maybe possibly even 1 lap down. Should we get a late race caution? We'll have to wait and see how all that plays out, but right now, looks like that 32 needs some help. Paul Turner going to be listed as the last driver on the the first driver off of the lead lap, back in the lucky dog position in 19th on the speedway right now. Tyler Beeman still trying to make his way up to Tom Richter, not quite able to get there just yet. Man, I'm telling you, there's all types of action all over this speedway right now. And as we knock on the door of just about, well, I believe somewhere right around the 25, well, let's recount that, about 29 or so laps to go here tonight for Phoenix Raceway. A little bit of house cleaning in order here. Started tonight's race with 25 drivers on the starting grid. We have still got 23 on the track with 18 on the lead lap, and trouble for Eric Anderson in that 43 machine. What has happened? We'll take a look back, see what brought the caution out for the 4th time here tonight. There you can see the Wheels for Warriors USA sponsored number 43. Trouble on the back end of that machine, and looks like it just goes around, just loops it right there, coming out of 3. No contact. A few drivers make their way by. Luckily enough, nobody into the back end of that 43 as he's stuck right there on on the front stretch. We'll take a look here with the onboard camera with Eric. And there you can hear it. Right when he put the throttle down, you could hear the tires light up, and around that 43 goes. Nonetheless, back at the front of the field as everybody at the front's going to come to pit road. That's going to put everybody on the same fuel strategy and tires with just 23 laps to go here tonight. We're going to break away for just a brief commercial break. You won't miss any of the action as we go side by side.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Back track side as your race leader gonna pick the outside lane. Coleridge Finmore gonna pick that high side. He's found something there on that last restart. He's gonna look to utilize it and try to fire right past Kyle Jett. Jeff Sharp, Bruce Perry gonna line up just behind them. Richter and Beeman back in row number 3. Pace car down and away. Restart box next in order on the loud pedal, and away we go. Once again, green flag flies with 20 laps to go. Here tonight, the Desert Dash. 120, 100 laps already in the books. Who's got what it takes to put it at the front of this field? In the final few laps of tonight's race, down to the bottom goes Kyle Jett. Side by side to 3. Contact. Finmore in the wall. The 42 goes around. More drivers pile in. Richter involved and torn up. Oh my goodness. Drivers going everywhere. A lot of drivers involved in this one. Oh my goodness. We got to take a look at this one more time. We'll go as far as we can. There you can see drivers coming in, slamming in. Oh my goodness. The 88 gets caught up as well. More drivers come into this one. We'll take another look back here from the 34 machine. There you can see Richter with nowhere to go. The 88 piles in. 59 comes piling in as well. Multiple drivers torn up late here tonight. We've got ourselves another restart to go through. Richter smoking no hood. That 34 may be out of tonight's race. Back to the front of this field, though, driver making some hard contact with the outside wall. That right rear has got to be torn up. Left rear beaten and battered after contact with Kyle Jett. They both sailed it off into turn 3. Neither of them made it through. Somehow Finmore able to keep that top spot for now. David Rogerson involved, Mike Grandy Sr., Chris Wold, Dave Sanders, Jett, Turner. Oh my goodness, a lot of drivers caught up late in this latest caution on the track. Looks like somewhere around 6 or 7 drivers caught up in this latest incident, but Coleridge Finmore, he's gonna stay out on track with that damaged machine. Look for Jeff Sharp, Tyler Beeman, Bruce Perry even to try to make their way by. In my, how the tables have turned. Only one driver sitting inside of your top 5 has been to victory lane so far this year. That is Coleridge Finmore, your pole sitter, your points leader. He's the only one familiar with that checkered flag in hand at the end of the race this season. And as a matter of fact, I think we can go all the way back through the top 10. And indeed, all the way to top 15, it looks like, and even further. My goodness, a lot of drivers with a chance at their first win here late in the race. Pace car going to make its way to the stripe. Get us the one to go. Your number 1 sign out of the flag stand. That means 1 lap before we go back. Green flag racing field will take the green flag with just 15 laps to go here tonight in the Desert Dash. 120. Looks like everybody involved in that latest incident has been able to get back out on the track. Tom Richter, only driver still down there servicing his machine. Kyle Jett off of pit road, beaten and battered at the back end of this field, all the way back in 22nd. What will Finmore do? Will he be able to keep that damaged number 1 at the front of this field? Pace car gonna duck away. We're gonna find out to the restart box once again, and green flag flies. On the gas, the 19 looks to hang it to the high side. He pulls even with Finmore, gonna lose a little ground on entry. Now that battle taking place for second. Finmore able to scoot away from the field. Tyler Beeman now gonna take that second spot, 2 and 3 wide, heading to turn 3. Bruce Perry with a look for that third spot. He's gonna hang the 19 to the high side. Jeff Sharp struggling to keep the pace on the high side, keeping the bottom guarded though. Finmore gonna force the field the long way around. 14 laps to go now. That 91 looks to the inside. Finmore not gonna have any of it. Side by side, almost 3 wide when they get to 3 again. Finmore struggling now. We've seen him. Oh, and caution. Caution comes out. Chris Wolf, Mark Schrader involved. That'll bring the field to a crawl for the 6th time here tonight. Looks like they're giving a thumbs up. Let's check the replay. Oh my goodness, there you see the 12 flipping around on the track. My gosh. Oh, trouble into the out. Oh my gosh, hard impact. Oh, and the 21 barrels right into the side of him, sends him flipping down the track. My goodness, let's take a look. See how it all went down from Schrader's point of view. There you can see Schrader just, hard impact. My gosh. One more look at it here. Let's see if we can't get an onboard cockpit cam. Nowhere to go. And there's the car. And well, the 12 goes for a ride. There you can see him still flipping down the track. What a ride right there. My gosh. One more look at it here from Grandy's cockpit. There you can see the 12 and just, that is a hard lick, and a second lick just for good measure. Oh my gosh. What a wild ride right there. That was absolutely crazy. We'll go back with Coolidge Finmore at the bottom of the track here. He's trying, I wouldn't necessarily say he's trying to save fuel, has more than enough fuel, but just trying to limp this one machine around, try to make the track as short as it can. And it sounds like a driver's engine expiring. I believe that may have been the 50s. I apologize. The 32 of Chris Wold seems to be under power right now. Mark Schrader also with some trouble. That 21's going to have to come to pit road this time by. Another 5 drivers caught up in this latest race incident. Have we seen the final yellow flag fly here tonight, or will we see yet another caution flag and set ourselves up for an unofficial green-white checkered? We've seen some craziness over the years, but here we go. Field gonna put on a fireworks show here, short track style under the lights here at ISM Raceway. That's right, Phoenix putting on one heck of a race here tonight. And as we've crossed the threshold to just 10 laps remaining with the field crosses the line, if you haven't already, race fans, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Darkside, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding in to say, what's up, man, or you're just, the dedicated fan, friend, family, or sponsor. We do appreciate you sliding through each and every time. Pace car lights now out, so go ahead while you got time. Click that thumbs up. Finmore was able to keep that top spot last time on the inside lane. Will he be able to replicate that last restart this time? Very short time. Driver's going to be all take, no give. Who's going to capture the flag here tonight? double file, nose to tail at the front of this field. All over that bumper is the 39 on the 19, the 91 right there behind Finn Moore. Pace car down back to pit road. Green flag flies once again here at Phoenix Raceway and Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Still side by side through the center of 1 and 2, able to keep pace on the outside this time. Now Beeman's gonna look to the inside. Big push out of the 39 on the back of the 19. Here comes that 78, 3 and 4 wide heading into 3. The 22 goes way up the track. I apologize, that's the 88 of Christopher Daniel way up the track. 2 wide now with Dorsey. Top of the speed charts, new race leader for the first time here tonight. The 19 of Jeff Sharp gonna take that spot away. Finmore trying to keep himself in a podium spot. He's gonna battle with the 9 of Dorsey now. The 17 right there, the 14, I apologize, right there as well. Here comes the 88, 3 wide in the center of 3 and 4. Contact between Beeman. Oh my gosh, hard impact in Craig Bell. Gonna slam the wall. He's gonna bring out our latest caution of the night. The 17 pulls the 7th caution tonight. Take a look back at the spin here out of the 17. No contact by that 88. He just a little bit of contact there with Beeman. Car gets upset, a little bit of a wiggle, and around she goes. Oh my gosh, that was close. Who was that slid through right there? I think that may have been Dave Sanders. How about that? We'll take a look here. Dave Sanders, watch him slide through right here. Oh boy. I know a driver that he's going to need to hit the restrooms right after to change that fire suit. My gosh, that was close. Well, race fans, another late race caution puts us back to a crawl. We'll jump to the front of the field with your race leader, Jeff Sharp, for the first time. And Finmore's going to go ahead and bring that wounded 1 down to pit road, give up a ton of track position with only 5 laps to go. We should see an unofficial green-white checkered here. That's right, you heard it right. Unofficial. That means should we see one more caution, we will have ourselves a green-white checkered attempt. Driver's going to have to be on point on this restart. How about this for a statistic? The first time here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series, your top 16 drivers all yet to go to victory lane this season. So we will have ourselves a new race winner here tonight from Phoenix Raceway. But who's it gonna be? Who you got your money on? Is it your race leader, Jeff Sharp? Will it be Bruce Perry starting to his outside? Maybe even come from the 3rd spot here on the track from Brian Dorsey. Tyler Beeman quick here tonight, sitting in 4th. 5th place, Christopher Daniel, Bob Rogerson, Eric Moyer back in 7th, Cole Gray, Dave Gain 4th and 9th, rounding out your top 10. After trouble, the 53's been able to salvage the night. He's got himself a solid top 10. Comers and goers all night long here tonight. Drivers that were up near the front of this field now find themselves way behind the 8-ball. Kyle Jed, Jerry Isaacs, Mark Schrader, Mike Grandy Sr., Tom Richter, John Dykeman, Justin Gross, all victims here tonight, all but one of those drivers listed and named off of the track behind pit wall. That will leave us with only, I believe that's going to be 19 drivers on the track, with just 17 on the lead lap. Pace car lights are off. We're ready to go back. Green flag racing this time around. Jeff Sharp's got Bruce Perry to his outside. Dorsey and Beeman in row 2. A hungry Bob Rogerson and Christopher Daniel back there in row number 3. This is going to be one heck of a restart, ladies and gentlemen. Don't blink an eye. Don't go anywhere. You can get your popcorn here in just a brief moment. Field makes their way down to the backstretch, the short chute here after the dog leg into turn 3. Look for those gaps to get a lot closer here on what may be your final restart of the night, the 19. When will he go? When will he fire off? Pace car off of the track, down pit road, waiting for him to hit the gas, and green flag flies as Jeff Sharp nails that loud pedal, scoots away from the field, has himself a bit of an advantage, a one-car advantage right now on the inside lane. The 39 is going to close that distance. Oh, contact! Contact! Dave Sanders goes by. Caution flag comes out. That's going to put us under a green-white checkered finish here tonight. Eric Moyer, David Robertson, Craig Bell caught up involved. Let's take a look. See what brought out our 8th caution of the night. There you can see that 91 on the backside here. All the outside lane. There you can see Brian Dorsey in the 9 machine down on the inside. And not seeing what's happened. So let's go back a little bit further in the field here. There you can see that 5 goes around. Drivers piling in. David Gainforth catches a little bit of that. The cone goes flying across the track. Drivers checking up, going around, getting out the way. Great job by a lot of the drivers to miss that 5 who was just broadside in the center of the track. And I'm telling you, we've got some craziness going on at the end of tonight's race. 8th caution of the night. That's going to put us under an official green or white checkered. So with that being said, race fans, we're going to step away real quick, pay that last bill. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Back trackside as the pace car lights have went out for what will be the final time here tonight. Next flag ends the race, whether it be the caution flag or the white and then the checkered flag. Who's going to get the job done? Will Jeff Sharp be able to keep that top spot away from Bruce Perry, Brian Dorsey, Tyler Beeman right there behind him? Hungry drivers stacked up at the front of this field. How about Dave Gainforth knocking on the door of a top 5? Pace car down and away. Here we go. Green flag flies. Once again, you're at Phoenix Raceway. Close restart here between your top 2 drivers. Dorsey right there in that 9 looks to the inside, not going to get there. Beeman looks to go to the outside of the 39. No room right there. They stack up out of 1. Jeff Sharp takes the shortcut through that apron down the dog leg. He's got a clear-cut advantage into 3. Coming to see the white flag this time by, and caution! Caution flag has come out. Caution's gonna end the race here tonight. Oh my gosh! Jeff Sharp was in danger of losing that lead. Eric Moyer, David Rogerson, Crank Bell caught up in the previous caution. Who was involved in this one? And it looks like David Gainforth with some trouble. Gainforth gonna fall all the way outside of your top 15 after knocking on the door of a top 5. That should bring us to an end here tonight. We'll have to wait and see if that's the case. So we'll look at the replay here with Gainforth. He's got the 4 all over that rear deck lid, all over the back end. He's gonna slow, and there goes the 4 just down into the corner. I am not sure how that was gonna work out, but big time trouble for Gainforth. Trying to see if we can't see who that is on the track there. Ooh, and that 4, man, I tell you what, that was a tough run there. Paul Turner sailed it off into the corner. Unfortunately for Gainforth, it didn't quite work out on the back end the way that he would like, and it looks like we very well may have ourselves yet one more attempt at a green-white checkered here tonight. And yes, indeed, it does look like one more attempt at a green-white checkered finish. Do want to take this time to thank everybody back at Wheels for Warriors USA, on a board title sponsor here all season long in the Cyber Thunder Racing Leagues. And if you haven't checked out Cyber Thunder Racing, you can head on over to facebook.com, check them out in the search bar, Cyber Thunder Racing League. You can also find them right here on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. Go on over to league directories, type in the name, see if you've got what it takes to compete in one of the multiple different series in tiers they have here in Cyber Thunder Racing Leagues right here, right now, each and every Thursday night, 7:55 Eastern. You can find the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And no, that's going to be it. Drivers staying single file, so that's just a way for the admins and race officials to make sure the running order is correct. That's going to be it. No more. Race done and over with, I do believe, because everybody's staying single file right now. Everybody single file. Very interesting going ons here on the track from Phoenix. Crazy things happen in the deserts under the lights. craziness late in the race here tonight. Multiple cautions at the end of tonight's race. What will go on here? Pace car down and away. I think we're just going to see a handful of parade laps here. And indeed, that's exactly what we're going to see. So, going to go ahead and get rid of some of the graphics on the screen for you because nothing going to change over there with your standings at this point in time. Drivers just making their way around the track. How about that? Leading the race at the end, able to get a good last two restarts. That 19 of Jeff Sharp gonna walk away with the race win here tonight. And with that being said, race fans, we're gonna go ahead and step away from the track, get set up for our post-race interviews. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back. Back live trackside for your post-race interviews at the end of tonight's Desert Dash 120 in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Let's see if we can dial up and have a few words with the driver walking away in the third spot here tonight, Brian Dorsey. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, my man.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after a solid run here tonight?
Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to get a good solid finish, especially when you know the track you like to run. It fits your driving style, and so it's always good to get a good finish.
Well, Brian, walk us through some of those late race restarts. How crazy was it coming to the end?
Well, they were insane. For some reason, on the restarts, the outside lane would get good runs through 1 and 2 and all the momentum. and it was hard when you're on the inside car to drive off the corner because your wheels would spin and you'd almost spin out. So you almost have to baby it off exit. So you had to push it without spinning out, and then you had guys behind you trying to dive inside of you. It was crazy.
Well, Brian, a heck of a run inside of that Ford Mustang for you and the entire 9 crew. Congratulations on the third place podium finish here tonight, as we see you right there still parked on the front stretch, soaking up some of the fans and friends out there in the stands. So we'll go ahead and hand you over the mic. You want to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous?
Man, like always, I just appreciate you broadcasting. I appreciate the guys putting the league on. It's a good bunch of guys, and I appreciate racing.
All right. Well, my man, if that's all you got, we'll go ahead and let you get back to celebrating tonight's third place win. Oh, third place win. That's kind of redundant, isn't it? Anyways, you know what I meant. Brian, heck of a run out there by you tonight. We'll see if we can't catch up with you next week. What do you say?
Works. I hope so.
There you have it. Final few parting words from the driver that walked away in that third spot here tonight. That was the 9 of Brian Dorsey. We'll see if we can't catch up with yet another one of those Ford Mustang drivers being able to put his number 39 Mustang into the second spot here tonight. Bruce Perry, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, loud and clear, man.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after a solid run here tonight, walking away with a podium spot?
Yeah, I'm tired and sweaty. Let me tell you, I worked for that one.
Tired and sweaty. I'm not sure that's a good combination, but we'll let it ride.
There you go.
Well, man, walk us through a little bit of the race inside of that Mad Sim Racing 39 Ford Mustang.
Yeah, I mean, we pitted early. My teammates and I pitted early there for fuel only. We figured, you know what, we'll save them tires to the end. And for the next 20, 30 laps, we were questioning that move. Like, it just didn't seem like it was going to pay off. And then we got that break, went in, got tires, fuel, and we're like, you know what, we're good to go to distance. If this thing goes, caution free, we're just going to ride here. And when everyone pits, I think we'll be sitting pretty. And then, of course, the yellow comes out again. And then it was on from there. Everyone had fresh tires.
Yeah, it all the strategies kind of got merged back into one, but nonetheless, man, you did a heck of a job making your way up through the field. One of the biggest movers of the race, up 12 spots from where you started here tonight. So a heck of a job, tip of the cap for everything you did here tonight from Phoenix. Before we let you go, though, Bruce, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous? Thank anybody you may have forgotten on the side of that 39?
Yeah, no problem. Of course, Madsen Racing and Power Headset into the Apex. And hey, wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Wheels for Warriors, right? So it's awesome. Everything you guys do here. Just enjoy racing with you guys in the Cyber Thunder League. So pleasure to be here. And maybe next time we'll get that first place.
Well, we'll tune in next week. Obviously, I'm going to tune in because I'm going to be right there watching you guys high above the track. So congratulations once again on a second place finish here tonight. And we'll see if we can catch up with you again next week.
I will do. Thanks.
There you go. There you have it. Bruce Perry, the 50-year-old from Cornwall, New York, walking away with a second place here tonight, getting the job done for Mad Sim Racing. And that's going to lead us to our race winner, walking away with the checkered flag for the first time this season, the 19 of Jeff Sharp. How you feeling after capturing the flag?
I'm tired. That was I'm ready.
I tell you what, it must have been a rough race because everybody has said, I am tired. You guys must have been getting it on out there, huh?
It was a battle to keep the car straight and coming off the turn without spinning it.
Another common theme I'm noticing here, first and second, man, you New York drivers getting the job done. You must be used to doing a little slipping and sliding and drifting maybe up there in New York.
Yes, I do like the dirt modifieds very much so.
All right. Well, I tell you what, Jeff, walk us through those final restarts. What went through your head, and how were you able to keep that 19 out front and secure your first race win of the season?
I was just trying to keep the Bruce Perry a little higher than he wanted to be. I think the caution came out at a good time. I started getting a little loose coming out 4.
Well, Jeff, my man, congratulations on the race win here tonight, breaking into the win column this season. Job well done. So before we let you go and enjoy the rest of the night's celebrations, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of that 19 or back home?
Oh, definitely. Wheels for Warriors, great program. Love the military and what they're doing for these guys. And thank Tom and Turn 3 Network and everybody at Cyber Thunder.
All right, Jeff, my man. Well, we'll let you go, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you again at the end of next week's race.
Thank you, sir.
And there you go, man, at the top of the standings at the end of tonight's Desert Dash 120 the 19 of Jeff Sharp. Gonna take that checkered flag home and enjoy his race win. Man, oh man, what a night it was here from Phoenix. A lot of fireworks late in the race, but still a lot of great racing all night long. And sounds like producers hitting those buttons in the background. You know that familiar sound. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. Walking away with the top spot for the first time this season, the 19 of Jeff Sharp walks away with the race win. Bruce Perry in the 39 gonna finish in that second spot, while Brian Dorsey rounds out your podium finishers. Tyler Beeman gonna finish in 4th here tonight. Christopher Daniel rounds out your top 5. The 78 of Bob Rogerson gonna finish in 6th. 7th place goes to the 3 of Cole Gray. Dalton Carter with a big run here tonight, up 17 spots. He'll finish in 8th. Dave Sanders gonna slot that 77 home in the 9th spot, and rounding out your top 10, the 43 of Eric Anderson. Coolridge Finmore, your pole sitter, your points leader coming into tonight's race, had some trouble, had to bring it to pit road. He'll fall back to 11th. Eric Moyer going to bring the 5 home in the 12th spot, while 13th place goes to Chris Wool. 37 of David Rogerson going to walk away in 14th. 15th spot goes to Patrick Stein. Paul Turner walking away in 16th. The 101 of David Gainforth going to finish in 17th. 18th spot tonight goes to Kyle Jett. Craig Bell with some trouble going to finish 3 laps down in the 19th position. Jerry Isaacs going to round out your top 20. Mark Schrader finishes in 21st. 22nd on the track tonight goes to Mike Brandy Sr. Tom Richter with trouble. He'll finish way back behind the field in 23rd. 24th goes to John Dykeman. Rounding out the field here tonight, finishing in the final spot in the running order, the 99 of Justin Groves walks away in 25th. Man, what a race it was here tonight. What a race we're going to have next week. Tune in right here, 7:55 Eastern Time on the Turn 3 Racing Network for all your Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series action. And with that being said, race fans, toss these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And, well, we're going to begin to roll up them cords. New day, new year. Stay safe, stay loved, my friends. And until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.